Hello, fourth graders. How are we doing? Today, I thought we'd do another lesson on more fractions on a number line. It's another really easy way to look at your fractions, just like we were using the fraction strips or the circles. And in fact, this can be very helpful to other students as well. So remember, the first thing about fractions on a number line is you have to have your whole. The whole amount in most cases is 0 to 1. Okay, if I have one whole classroom, it's one classroom. If I have one whole pizza, it's one pizza. Sometimes the whole can be larger, but for most cases, we're going to use 1 for the whole on this. Okay, so we're kind of going to mix a little bit of fraction benchmarks in. Whenever you see 0 to 1 or one item, you should instantly know what 1/2 looks like. Okay, 1/2 is going to be always about right in the middle. Okay, if you remember watching that fraction song, it's super helpful. 1 part out of 2 total parts. Okay, fractions on a number line can also help with equivalent fractions. So for instance, 1/4, I need to split this into 4 pieces. 0 to 1 piece, to 2 pieces, to 3 pieces. It might be easier now to see 1/4, because we're 1 part out of 4, 2/4, 2 out of 4, 3/4, 3 out of 4, and then 4/4. And I'm not going to write that one down. But it might be easier to see now that 2/4 and 1/2 are equal to each other, or they are equivalent fractions. Okay? Let's do a little bit more work. Let's get our fraction line. Start with 0. Let's go up to 1. Okay? Let's split this into thirds. 3 equal pieces. Now remember, I might not be exactly perfect on my thirds, but we can make it look and know that we're talking about thirds. So 1/3 is about right here, and 2/3 is about right here. Okay, now let's look at equivalent fractions. Let's split each one of these 3 sections, first section, second section, third section, in half. Let's split them in half. When we split a section in half, it doubles the denominator. Remember, the denominator tells you how many parts. So in this case, 1/3 in the denominator tells us we have 3 parts. Let's split it in half. When I split the denominator in half, when I split the area in half, I double the denominator. So now I have 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those 6 spaces now can be 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, 4/6, 5/6, and then the whole is 6 out of 6. So now we can actually see that 2/6 and 1/3 are equivalent fractions. They're on the same part in the number line. We can see that 2/3 and 4/6 are equivalent fractions. I think using a number line is a great tool to help you find equivalent fractions when maybe the circles or the fraction strips aren't working out for you. I think it's very helpful. We can also see that 3/6 here is exactly in the middle. Hopefully you remember what exactly in the middle was. If not, 1/2. 1 whole part in front of it, 1 whole part after it. Right in the middle is 1/2. Now the last thing I'm going to show you. Sometimes the number lines go past 1. Start at 0 here. 1 is in my middle right now and 2 is there. Okay? Now, if you notice, 1 is right in the middle. It's half lay in between 0 and 2. It's kind of a fraction for our whole numbers. But now, when I write a half, I need to make sure I don't just always do the last number, because 1/2 is not equal to 1, okay? 1/2 still has to be in between our 0 and our 1. Okay? Now, if you remember, a whole in fraction terms is the same number on the numerator and the denominator. So this would be 2 out of 2. If you're following along with me, let's split 1 and 2 in half. If this is 1 out of 2, and it's the same distance, and then you do one more and it's 2 out of 2, hopefully you can guess what this next one is. It's the same distance. It is 3 out of 2. Whenever the number on the top is larger than the number on the bottom, it's larger than the whole. The whole in this case is 1. Hopefully that extra fraction work helped you out, and hopefully it helped you for your equivalent fractions in the future. For homework, make sure to check Seesaw in your email, and always complete extra math, because you're going to need fractions and you're going to need multiplication for this next part. Bye, everybody.